Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. We are going to take a look at Gemini. Hey Gemini, hope you guys are doing okay out there. I did meditate over these cards. We're going to take a look and see what is going on with you, Gemini, and your energy. Okay, I'm getting love vibes. I'm just writing this down. You guys can't see this because it's way over here somewhere. You're not going to be able to see this actually. I'm just putting the chalk up. Okay, guys. So, yeah, I'm feeling these, I'm feeling energy of the energy of love or something that may have happened. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on with you. Now, I feel like Gemini, you might be coming out of some situation. I think in the past you may have had some great idea that you followed blindly. I believe it might have been your idea, somebody else's great idea, and you decided to go along with it. That's what I'm getting. So, I don't know. I feel like somebody may have promised you rainbows and all they had to deliver was really coal. And I think that's kind of what happened here with you. I feel like you blindly followed somebody or a situation. And I think this is kind of like one of those things where it's like the grass is greener on the other side, if you will. So you had this great plan. You had it all mapped out. All right. And something wound up happening with this situation or this person you decided to I guess, take off with blindly. This is Ace of Swords. It is reversed. So this talks about some new idea, new conflicts. Some of you guys could actually have surgery here, but this also talks about mental clarity. And I feel like before you made some decision, there was no mental clarity. I don't think you understood the scope of the situation. You're also being advised here that you're dealing with somebody, Gemini, you're dealing with somebody, this could be air energy, you could be dealing with another air sign. I feel like somebody's lying about something. I feel like there's been a series of lies here. And I feel like you are, I want to say, ready to confront whoever this is about your feelings about it, right? I feel like this is a situation, I'm getting that this is a relationship. Let's just straight up. I feel like this is a situation where you are not able to, I believe you are able to express yourself, but I feel like you're suppressing it a little bit because it really doesn't matter what you say. I don't believe your word means anything. And I don't think it was presented to you like that at first. You were given the option to have all the control in the world. Oh yeah, it's going to be glitter, it's going to be gold, things are going to be great, da-da-da, da-da-da. It was a dud. That didn't happen. All right? Now, I do see here that you've transitioned over a little bit here, right? Onto I'm not going to argue with this person. I'm just trying to, how can I explain this? I'm just trying to let things play out. I'm trying to go with the flow. I'm trying to let things go. But I will tell you this relationship that you're in, Gemini, and this is what you're thinking too. This, I don't know how, but I can't stand another blow up in this relationship. Whatever this is about, whoever you guys are dealing with, I see that this could be a Taurus that you guys are dealing with. I see Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I also see water here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I do see that energy here with you guys. I feel like you're in a relationship where you're like, I can't, if it happens one more time, I don't know if it's not like a one more time. It's not even like that. It's just like, I can't take it one more time. Like, my heart is already shredded. I can't take it. All right. So I feel like you guys are coming into some kind of new trouble. All right, where you're starting to understand that there's a situation where you may not be able to resolve anything. I do see a transition after a time of reflection where you guys start to want to move more traditionally, or you start to think about what's been done in the past, what you may have done things, or things that you may have done to other people. I feel like with the High Foreign card, you guys, some of you guys have walked away from alcohol. Some of you guys have walked away from drugs. Some of you guys have walked away from promiscuity. So that might have been an issue. All right, and I feel like that might have been an issue with whoever this is that you're dealing with. I hate to say it like that. Now, I was only going to pull 3 cards before it came out. They're both 10s. I was like, I'm going to keep it. Where's my water? Wait, hang on, guys. You may as well hang out with me. Okay, so 2 cards came out, right? The 2 cards that came out, the first one was the 10 of Wands. So this talks about you just kind of being overworked. Probably trying to pay somebody's bills or help out or whatever, or you know, you did have this great idea where you were going to be whoever, you know, I don't know, Liberace or something. You know, you presented yourself to be Liberace, and I don't think it panned out that way. I see that you have a lot of worries here. I see that you have a ton of worries. I see that after a time of turmoil. Because I feel like once you get to a state in this relationship with this person that you're in, you have no choice. It's either I try and deal with this more spiritually to see if I can get through it. But once I get to the point where I understand fully I can't do this, it's going to lead me back to the drugs, the alcohol, or whatever's going on here. It could lead you back somewhere. And this is not for everybody. This is a very specific story, right? So take what resonates. So it could lead you guys, some of you guys could have been almost back on the road to wherever it is you didn't want to be anymore. Any kind of recovery, all right? So I feel like you guys are staying away from that, or you're being advised do not be tempted by that. All right, and that's with the high foreign card. I just wanted to mention that too. All right, so you're being advised to take the high road in this relationship, not arguing, choosing your battles. We have the Ten of Wands energy. If you guys have a question here, with Ten of Wands reverse, answers no. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. All right, you could be overworked in this situation because, like I said, I feel like you may have oversold. So you might be overstressed in a situation where you're having to pay for things. You could be overcommitted. All right, you probably promised, oh, I'm going to pay this, and this, and that's actually more money than you bring home. So how are you supposed to live? So I think there was a lot of over-promising, and I don't think, Gemini, you expected anybody to take you up on that deal. But it happened. So in any case, I feel like you have this energy with the Ten of Cups reversed where I don't have any support from anybody. I'm kind of on my own. I have to do this. I'm on my own. I don't know what else to do. I feel like because of this struggle, you guys are really coming into who it is you really are. Right? And I feel like this is a more spiritual path for you guys. Let's take a look and see. Tell me about the Ace of Swords here. I don't know if these are going to... Oh, that one fell. Okay. What? I'm going to take the one that fell. Or the ones that just flipped over because it was like, I don't know how many of them. And I'm going to shuffle them. So, let's see what's going on with Ace of Swords. Tell me what your feelings are towards this. What's going on? I'm using these guys. I pulled one. Okay, I heard actually two fell. All right, okay. Now one fell. Oof. See, I don't remember what sequence this fell. I picked it up last. We'll see how it relates. I know for sure, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard it fall. Yeah, I think I heard it fall after, I'm not sure where it fell. I don't want to. It had to fall after Well Deserved because that's when I picked up the other one and two came out. You guys can't see what I'm talking about. I'm all like, yeah. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. The first one we pulled out for you, Gemini, is Dreams Come True. So I feel like whatever you guys were wishing for at some point, I kind of feel like this might be the past. You wanted something. Attainment, fulfillment, fruition. Like you were going to make some, you were absolute like, I'm going to make this situation happen, whatever it was. I feel like this was that great idea that was supposed to be a fleeting idea, but you actually made it happen. Your dreams came true. You had this thing and you're like, all right. I feel like with you, some of you guys are like, oh, I deserved it. Oh my goodness, another 9. I'm going to make this happen. This is a well-deserved reward. All right. So whatever it is, it seems like the well-deserved reward. I don't know how that's going for you now. Let's see. So what happened after that? Oh, the heart chakra. So this talks about manifestations, foundations, a foundation of a relationship. This is my well-deserved reward. This is my heart chakra. It's upright. So this talks about love, generosity, compassion, and forgiveness. Well-deserved reward. Now, I'm going to just pull them the way I moving on. I feel like some of you guys are debating whether or not you want to move on from this situation. I feel like some of you guys are still stuck in this situation, but I also feel like some of you guys have moved on. Now, the card that I picked up off the ground is the lead card. So this is another 4. It talks about manifesting what it is you want, and I think you have to take the lead in it. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to pull one more. Oh, jeez. You got the crown chakra, guys. This is the 7th chakra. All right, so the 7th chakra. The 7th chakra talks about, like, well, the color's violet, I can tell you that. I'm getting more facts on it. This card talks about mental health. Something that may have, like, driven you insane. The areas of opportunity with this one is kind of like divinity, being enlightened by something. I do feel you guys are on a more spiritual path, but I think for the most part with you guys, I don't want to say that was a... All right. I don't even know if I'm gonna... Okay, so if I say dream, right? Some of us dream, all of us dream, but it's a matter of how do you dream? Do you dream by asking a higher power, or do you say, I'm going to make this happen? So I kind of see that you might be realizing that, yeah, I do have dreams and I can make them happen, but without the blessings of a higher power, I'm starting to understand I need that assistance. So I think you guys are developing spiritually. Let me see what else comes out here. I took those two because I wanted to just make a point with that flow. I feel like this is going to be an end of a cycle for you guys, but I also feel like you guys are learning lessons where you actually complete things and you learn to go with the flow. You're starting to understand who you are. You guys are starting to understand patterns that you have that maybe, I'm pretty sure they're not serving you right now. So some of you guys are flighty, Gemini. I think that you guys are learning a lesson about being flighty. I don't think this panned out well for you. I feel like some of you guys might be in a panic, actually. Again, you're trying to manifest something that you want, and I think you have to go to the core to actually do it. We have the third chakra here. This talks about inner peace, personal power. I feel like your confidence is coming back. Hold on. I feel like your confidence is coming back, and you're starting to accept your gut feelings, and I think that leads you to understand that something is not working. Right? So I kind of feel like with you guys, I'm just going to put these here so you can see them. Here, why don't we just spread them out, right? Okay. So you guys can actually see them. There's no point in me doing that. I'm going to try this. Hey, I'm trying to maneuver around this new little thingy. I kind of like this one. The other one I'm not necessarily in love with, but whatever. Like, alright, well, you guys can't see that anyway. But, yeah, okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Alright, so, Gemini, I feel like you're coming into who you are. I feel like this is after a time of heartbreak. If this is love, or it could be some sort of a business failure too. I feel like whatever happened with this, I think you're starting to understand that you moved hastily. You just got up and did something, and there was no planning behind it. And I think whatever plan you did have, it wasn't well thought out, because I don't think it worked for you. Let me see what's going on with you in love, because I see that you feel like you're on your own. There's no support system. I don't have anybody to turn to, or people are not as supportive as you want them to be. All right. Now, also with the Ten of Cups reverse, if you're pessimistic, nothing is gonna come to you. You're not gonna be able to create the way you want to. But I feel like this is an energy where you're coming out of a tough situation, having to do with affairs of the heart. Tough situations. It could have to do with finances also. All right. So you guys could you might have to go somewhere. You might have to travel to get back to where you want to be. And I feel like you're coming into your own. Gemini, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I feel like whoever you guys are... okay, so Gemini, I feel like some of you guys may have moved very fast in a situation. Right? So fast that now you're questioning, did I really like this person? Did I like this person, or did I love this person? Was I more in love with a fantasy? All right, because I do see talk of fantasies here in these cards. All right, so I think right now, before you decide to run away from something, you're thinking, okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I think you guys are really taking the time to figure out what it is. Is it worth the fight? I gave up a lot to be here. I gave up a lot to be with da-da-da-da-da-da. I did this, I did that, and this is what I got for it. So was I acting crazy? Am I crazy? I think you're starting to question your own stability at this point, your own mental stability. These cards actually do talk about mental health. All right, it talks about forgiveness. Okay, I feel like some of you guys may have, I don't know, had a relationship with somebody, and see, I don't know who's the bad guy here, because I don't know if it's you because you overpromised, or was it them for accepting you? I mean, was it one of those deals where, oh yeah, I'm going to pay for it all, and then when you show up, you know, when the meeting is actually had, when, you know, we're moving into the apartment, all of a sudden you tell me you want half. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that things were made clear. I don't think this was well thought out, whatever this is. Tell me one more about Gemini and this person. Passion. I think that you're holding your breath and trying to figure out if it's okay for your heart to sing with joy. I think you're still trying to figure that part out. I think you're trying to figure out if some move you made in a situation. Well, now I'm specifically talking about love. So aside from other scenarios, I'm specifically talking about affairs of the heart here. I feel like you're questioning, are my feelings real? You're being advised, yes, your feelings are real. Okay? But I feel like you guys are still holding your breath when it comes to this situation because you don't know if it's real. I feel like this person's lied to you. All right? But I feel like you might be so overtaken or so in love, but you're like, this time I can't do it again. So this tells me that something may have happened in the past. Tell me more. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection. I feel like this person has you so like, I don't know. I don't know. It looks like you can't let go. It looks like you're having trouble letting go. I feel like you feel like if I let this go, I could be making the biggest mistake of my life. Right? Because I do have chemistry with this person. But then the back of your mind is, but this person lied to me already. I feel like this is a newer relationship. One more. Give me one more specifically. Because I do understand Gemini's thinking about this person, but forgiving and like, yeah, you gonna listen. It looks like you staying because it's forgiving you. I mean, it's like it's delayed. Yes, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I don't see anything here about somebody new, like really coming in. If that makes any sense to you guys, right? I do see family. I see a ton of stress here having to do with some relationship. Plus, I believe some other family stuff going on too. Forgiving and learning. I feel like you're going to end up forgiving somebody, Gemini. I do. I feel like you're going to try and work on this, whatever's going on, a little bit longer. Because I don't feel like you're done yet. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we can get some more. Let's try. Oh, being at those. Okay. Let's put that right there. See, I got my little fall screen up. It's fall. This is about as fall as you're going to get. Nah, I don't know. I might do flowers. I might. I like decorating sometimes, especially during the snowstorms, guys. I'm going to be up here all the time. Can't leave the house. I mean, may as well just sit, read, or whatever. Watch TV, whatever. Alright, let's see. Alright, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? What can Gemini take away from this? What does Gemini need to know about this situation that they're thinking of going back to or questioning whether or not it's real? Because it was one of those fleeting thoughts that you have a lot, Gemini, and you just kind of got caught up in this one. Hold on. Stability. Gemini, I'm going to look at these numbers. What is this? This is a 14? All right. I hear like, I think those are birds or whatever they are. Anyway, stability reversed. What you need to know about this situation is that it is not stable at the moment. This new beginning, this new opportunity that you thought has so much potential turned around on you, right? You were trying to manifest something that was a fantasy. Manifestations, foundations, stability. What does that equate to? Conflict, change, and instability. I feel like you're on your way out of it. Alright, let me take a look and see. So stability is not ever, I don't think you're ever going to feel secure in this situation because this person keeps lying to you. Just keeps lying. Okay, one more. This is just lies. Miracles. Well, let's see. What number is this? Now, I feel like you are not expressing yourself. I feel like there's not going to be any growth in this situation. I think you understand that. I feel like this is a failed new beginning. Unfortunately, it is reversed. So that tells me it's not going to manifest into what you want. There's not going to be any stability in this situation. Whoever this is for. Now, this is not for everybody in the world. This is for, you know who this reading is for. This could be from somebody from the past or, you know, somebody who, you know, played the fool for or whatever. But I can't really say that because I really feel like I don't know who promised who what, but there was some kind of something. Flow. I still feel like you're trying to hang in there and go with the flow of this relationship, whatever it is. I think you're determined to find some kind of like balance and duality in this partnership. Again, you're still trying to manifest something that you want. You're trying to manifest stability in this relationship that you're in, but I still feel that you are searching for harmony. I still feel like there's some healing that needs to go on if you want to go on with this person, but I'm advising you that it's not gonna be easy to go with the flow. See, one of the issues with you, Gemini, that we looked at earlier is that you're having problems expressing yourself because whoever this person is, they make you feel like your opinion doesn't matter. I feel like it's one of them situations where you might have promised them something and they're like, listen, you got me down here looking crazy or whatever. So they kind of pin it on you and it's your fault like that. And I feel like you may not have an argument, so I feel like you may not have a choice but to go with the flow. But I feel like the other side too is you either left the situation or you just waiting for this person, giving them enough rope. Let me give you enough rope so when you act up, I can finally say bye. One more. Hummingbird, joy. They say it cometh in the morning. Alright, hummingbird spirit. I think what you're hoping to achieve is joy. Or this is, you can find joy. You can find joy in partnerships. You'll find somebody that matches you. You can manifest stability. It looks like you're going to continue to try and manifest stability in this connection if you haven't left it already. For some of you guys who are still in this connection, I feel like you're going to try and manifest stability, but really it's not about just ignoring everything that goes down, right? It's about addressing the issues. So hopefully you're getting to that point. Some of you just walked away. Like, I'm all set with this. Can't do it anymore. Alright. I don't know what this means, but wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Let me see something. I wanted to tell you too, Gemini. I forgot to tell you this. You have the upper hand on the situation. And you have some information on this person. I feel like this is a side story, but you have some information on this person who kind of... I feel like y'all okey-doked each other, but this person who you feel like duped you, you have information on them, you have the upper hand. However, you're being advised not to manipulate the situation. Don't be signing off on paperwork or whatever, cash and checks, whatever. Just throwing it up. Just listen. Don't do anything that's going to end up getting you in trouble. So if you know somebody lost there, whatever, and you got a copy, don't do none of that. It's not going to pan out well for you. I wasn't even going to mention that, but I'm like, at the end, let me just go ahead and make sure, so you know that. And this is specifically for Gemini. Or it could be that person, and if you're a cross-watcher, you could be, I could be telling you don't do this just so you can save yourself some trouble, like some serious trouble. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, please. Okay, so just so you know, on lazy days, right? On lazy days, I will be right back to the black screen because it depends on which one I like that day. And right now, I'm feeling a little fallish. Fall. All right, love you guys. Bye. See you soon.